Design Review Board of May 15th, if we could start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we'll start with, I have to sneak a little peek here, the attendance.
So noted.
And also public comment. Seeing no public, I will go ahead and close the public comment. And we will go on to our items, which is the signs. So we'll go with Green Lantern on 42825 Woodward Avenue.
Hey, thank you. So what we have before you today is an application for a new wall sign to be located in the shopping center, which is located on the west side of Woodward Avenue, south of Square Lake. This is a shopping center, and this is actually a tenant space that was previously occupied by Starbucks. Starbucks has since relocated to across the street. So we have a proposal for Green Lantern Pizza. Their application, if you look at what would be permitted within their zoning district, based on their facade. They're allowed 6% of the facade. They are coming in compliant with the overall size. They are permitted to have a sign that is 24 square feet, and they are proposing a sign that's 23.97 square feet, so they just come in. And however, I do want to point out that they are requesting to keep their Green Lantern logo, so that will require a variance and a trip to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Since the logo exceeds what is permitted, they are permitted to have a logo that is 1.2 square feet. The logo they're proposing is 7.8 square feet. And I will note that I do know that previously Jimmy John's adjacent to it did also go to the ZBA for the same item. So they opted to comply with the overall size and then ask for a variance for that logo. If anybody has any questions, I can answer them. It's an illuminated channel letter sign, which is very familiar, similar to the other signs within the shopping center. And with that, I can answer any questions.
Questions? I'd look for a motion.
Any questions? I move that we accept the proposal as submitted,
Motion by Treasurer Shostak,
provided ZBA approval.
I support that.
support from Clerk Brooke. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And next I have to go back to, I missed the approval of the meeting minutes from May 1st. So unless there's any changes, I'd look for an approval on that as well.
Moved.
Moved by Clerk
Support.
Brooke, support by Treasurer Shostak. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That passes. And are there any new updates to discuss about?
No, we're just to give you an update that we are still working with Oakland Hills regarding their junior amateur. We did get the applicant to provide us some dimensions, and we are giving that information, have shared that with the police and the fire department. So hopefully we are getting to a resolution that they have determined that the width of that space is enough to handle the vehicle in which they have rented and not impede at all within the Gilbert Lake roadway. So we are, just to give an up-to-date on that we are working to finalize that plan, that they would be permitted to use that as long as, again, there's no impediment at all on Gilbert Lake Road. And we do have support from both our fire department and our police department.
Because it was smaller than what they had insinuated there. I went by later that day, and it is not as large. It's Starbucks-sized cars maybe, but my car, probably only 3 of mine would have fit, to not touch the sidewalks and not touch any of that other area. So they did give you the exact, and it's okay, it complies?
Based on the dimensions that they were provided to us and based on the length of their car or van that they have rented, they gave us both dimensions,
Okay.
width and length.
Perfect. And then what about the sign that came before us without the image? How did that go? It was an approval, we didn't get to see the sign or the landscaping or anything, and it was approved at the last one?
Starbucks.
Oh, what happened with it? Okay, so what they did do is they did modify. They did change the white lettering. I can actually, would you like me to pull it up? I can pull it up and show it to you.
That'd be great.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see.
It was on the ZBA agenda last night.
Yes.
And the board acted on it. And there was a comment by one of the board members to reflect the recommendations by the ZBA and the compliance, of the design review board and compliance with those standard or conditions of your approval. So it was even part of the motion.
Great.
Yes. But I can show you the graphic.
But they were able to show them one that was
Yep.
12 inches higher
Correct.
with the landscape.
Correct. I can show you the revised drawing
Yeah,
that was
I'd love
presented
to
last
see
night.
it.
Sure, no problem.
It was the first time we've ever approved anything not seeing, so.
Let's see here. very large PowerPoint, takes a second. Oops. Arrow might be a little big.
Good for a pointer, though.
It is, and that's why it's here. It is good. So this was the sign. So they did change, they added the 12-inch base to allow for the landscaping. They made it so it was no more than 48 inches from grade, which then complies with the overall size. And then they did switch the dark background for the Starbucks as requested. And like as Patty had mentioned, as it was presented last night, as well as the motion by the zoning board, is that there will be a continuous on both sides landscaping on the base of the sign around the entire perimeter.
Oh, but they didn't get a chance to present it?
I'm still working with them to get the exact landscaping.
Okay.
They referenced evergreen and a variety of plantings, but it wasn't specified.
Because they thought they would have that all done. If we rushed it for the ZBA, they were going to have it all done.
But it's satisfactory to the extent that we'll be able to follow up on it.
Okay. Great. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Then I look for a motion to.
Oh, so moved.
Motion by Clerk Brooke.
Motion to what?
Adjourn.
He cut
I
me
did not
off.
jump right on that.
He cut me off.
Good point.
Well,
He cut me off. Yeah,
provided it's a motion to adjourn, I will
Motion,
yeah.
second it.
Motion by Clerk Brooks, support by Treasurer Shostak. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Thank you. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Great.